You do it,
Okay.
baby.
All right, Wulff, whenever you're ready.
What year is it? Today on.
Can I point out we're not live yet?
We were.
Yeah.
We
Are we
are.
not?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
good.
we're live.
Don't point out we're not live over the intro.
Trust me, we're
Don't
live.
lie to me over the intro.
How dare you fib?
It's there.
You're good,
I
Wulff.
pointed. I
Oh,
pointed.
okay, I'm good.
I saw you.
God, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Am
It's
I the
been a
only one
week.
drinking?
No, I'm having a week. I'm sorry. Hello and welcome to another episode of Press B to Cancel. Today I'm joined by Jake. How you doing, sir?
It's been a week, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Glad to be here.
Sinistar
It's been a week, my friend.
and Chard.
Yeah, I sentiments exactly. It's been a fucking week. Sorry, you
And
two.
today we're talking about our games of the year of 1995. But earlier we were talking about some of this week's news. And wow, what a mess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Square Enix, which was at the top of its, well, Squaresoft was at the top of its game in 95. Oh boy. How
Don't
far
get much
they've
better than
fallen.
that. Yes. How
Laying people off to replace them with AI. That's exciting.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Can't
was,
wait to not
70%
play
of
any
the
of
QA
those
team or
fucking
something. They're getting let go. It's
QA and
awful.
support. QA and support.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
because I
need your
love
games to be
talking to
QA'd.
LLMs to
Right.
rectify my problems in online chat. They always
Yep.
understand.
Yeah, it's nuts because, like, when I think of like buggy games, never does Square come into the conversation.
Yeah,
never.
that's
because
true.
they have a great
That's true.
QA team and testing and all that great stuff. But
They
how much you want to
did.
bet the next Final Fantasy when it gets to QA? How many bugs are going to be there when there is no QA? It's a fucking machine.
Chat
Like, it's just-
GPT, what's wrong with my game?
Yeah. Why does Sephiroth have two swords? What's going on
You
here?
bought it in the first
And
place.
he-
That's what's
and
wrong
part
with
of-
your game.
Part of the
Yeah.
sword in his leg. That's
You
weird.
need to upgrade to a GeForce 2070
Yeah.
because it's the LLMs are trained on data from years ago.
Well, I mean, they are doing retro revival. They're doing the weird, what is it, the pixel art thing now? So you
2D
probably
HD.
do-
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to upgrade to a 2070. That's probably accurate.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
dinosaur.
with those, they're like all about the lighting effects and particle effects.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They are kind of demanding.
Yeah.
And then what? Rockstar. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was what that
Who would
was.
have guessed that today GTA 6 would still be over a year out?
I would.
Wait, isn't GTA 5 brand new?
It's they just keep updating and polishing that
releasing
shit up.
it.
I didn't
It's just
think
getting
they
the
would ever.
Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
treatment.
Skyrim of fucking 2024.
Do you realize that this is probably the last GTA game in our lifetime? We're probably not going to see another one.
Yeah,
Like,
because
it will probably be 15, 20 years.
This one.
Yeah. Like it'll
Wait, what are you saying?
saying that we might be old and we might be dying soon. Or at least we'll be
Wow.
dead before there's another
I'm
GTA
really
7.
glad. Listen, I'm
Jake's
really
thinking
glad.
I'm going to be dead in 15 years.
I'm really glad that the rings on our tree is based off of GTA. That's
That's how it
awesome.
goes, yeah.
That's good to know. These people, when we cut them open, they're GTA 6 old. Wow.
Well, seriously though,
and this
GTA
ring
5
was-
was an Xbox 360 game, wasn't it? That's how old that game was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
it was.
5?
I
Yes.
see.
Wow.
It came
Check
out
our Mind
in what,
Palace.
2013, right?
Yeah.
When did
It's
the one
like
come
Elder
out?
Scrolls 6. Like we'll see an Elder Scrolls 6 probably within 5 years, hopefully sooner
Wow.
than that. But 7 is not going to be within our lifetime. There's just no way.
Wow.
So I don't know. We can play.
I
Maybe,
was
maybe we'll be in the
it did come out in
retirement homes,
2013.
guys. We'll be playing some bocce ball and playing some GTA 7. I don't know, but I don't think I got that long.
I only
By
like
the time
my
GTA 6 is
Vice
out, GTA
City.
5 won't be subjected to COPPA law.
Well, you said 2013. Is that how long?
Yeah.
Is that? So is it retro?
That's
yet?
12
No.
years at this point.
12 years. Yeah, okay. Almost retro.
Yeah.
GTA 5 is retro, but people are still playing it. Funny.
That's just the way it is
And
now.
not retro streamers. I'm watching people doing
Oh,
role-playing
man.
games on fucking GTA, pretending to be policemen.
Well, I mean, Dragon's Quest 1 and 2 remastered were just released. I mean, how old are those games? Like
Those are
1980s,
yeah,
right?
yeah, those are
The original's 80s,
Yeah,
yeah.
Late 80s.
86, 85, something like that.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And they
Yeesh.
didn't even make our lists for those years.
We ain't got that far yet. I wanted to. I wanted to do 80, 86 or
Yeah.
85 because I got some special winners there.
I,
You guys chose the
I'm
opposite
The only
direction
reason I'm
today.
here is because somebody said 95, so I had to be here. Because if it
Chard-
was 86, I would have sat this shit out.
Chard got into semi-retirement and was
I
like,
was about to. Yeah, it pulled me out. Pulled me out of retirement for this one. Wasn't I on
I gotta
last
say,
week's
if I-
episode? Jesus.
You're Jesse
Whenever I finally get
Ventura and Running
around
Man.
to playing Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remake, hearing that first game soundtrack updated is going to be real weird
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
because I can still very vividly hear that. Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
doo, doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check out the remake of Dragon Quest 1. Like
I do too.
I have a lot of good memories of that game.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was your solo hero by yourself. There's no party, there's no classes, right? Because this is supposed to be like Dragon Quest 3 is supposed to be the original in the storyline, although it came out much later. But for
Right.
folks who played 3 a couple years ago when that came out, and now they're going to play 1 now, that's got to be rough. That's got to be a weird flip.
I have the remake of 3, and I've been kind of tinkering with it. I badged 1 on retro achievements, so I'm like, I want to go back and see. I was hoping. I'm one of those people, when Silent Hill 2 remake came out, and everybody's like, why didn't they do 1? Blah blah blah. I was more excited about 2. I'm the complete opposite of this one. I would have much rather have seen Dragon's Quest 1 remade before they did 3. But I understand that 3 is technically the beginning of the story, and then it kind of ties into 1 and 2. So, but I was more excited to hear about the remake of 1 than I was for 3. But at the same time, I was like, okay, they remastered 3, and then it was like, oh, by the way, we're also going to do 1 and 2, and you're like, bro, you just 3 just came out. Is it even? Do people want 1 and 2 on top of that? But then I remember that the Dragon's Quest people are just as bad as the Final Fantasy people, and they just want it. They'll buy it.
Now I wonder how they handled the torch system.
Yeah.
Because
That's on the list.
all you could see was your character in the darkness unless you used the torch.
Right. Yeah. That's going to be fun.
All righty. Well, shall we jump into it?
Yeah.
Sure.
What are we
All
doing
right.
today? What are we doing today?
We are talking about our games of 1995. Thus, what year is it?
1995.
Yeah.
That was Jumanji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Over your shoulder.
Yes, that's why he's there.
Yeah.
All right. So, who said they wanted to go first? Was it Jake wanted to go first?
Yeah. They wanted to fucking go first.
Well, I mean, I don't want to impose or anything, and
It's
but
fine.
in some of these episodes in the past, I won't name names. But some people have stolen other people's games of the year, and I feel that's kind of disrespectful, and I don't want that to be me. So I wanted to pick mine first, if that's okay with everybody. I'd like to do that. So
All right,
he
Jake.
played.
am I the bad
Just-
guy?
Just say the game everybody's thinking about.
That better not be a runner-up. I'm just saying, right fucking now.
Alright.
I will
Look.
leave this show.
He will
I
go
will- I
back
will
into retirement.
I will.
I will say for 95, first off, I'm going to say 95, not as many console games
No.
that I liked as much as I thought I did. Like, there's not a lot there. Like, I felt like
Yeah.
the 90s was, I was
It's a
all
little
getting 16-bit
surprising.
consoles, but no, 95 is kind of that area between the SNES and Genesis were ending. We didn't quite get the N64. We didn't get PlayStation yet. It's kind of a dull period. So, surprisingly, it's a great year for PC and DOS games.
PC were
So for
killer.
sure.
Banger.
Yeah,
Banger
so,
game.
so that's kind of interesting point for that year. Of course, my runner-up is going to be Oregon Trail 2, the one you get syphilis. It's always a classic. It was between that and Sensible Soccer. Finally
Yeah,
a football game that
finally.
we can all enjoy. patiently and respectfully, of course.
It's sensible.
It's sensible. What a great game. So,
No hooligans here.
no
Nothing
hooligans
but
and sensible
people.
soccer. No, that's not. This is
I'm
this
sorry.
Is the UK game.
I'm sorry. I put my cleats on one lace at a time. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And you're
They
wearing a
help
suit.
people up when they trip them.
Yeah. And you have T between the is it innings in soccer? What is it in soccer? Is it quarters? Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, no. My pick
Isn't
is
it
a PC.
halves?
It's a halves? They don't have
I don't
quarters?
know.
Yes, there's halves. There's only 2 halves.
Well, that's not very sensible at all. I take it back.
Well, then rethink your games.
All right, fine. My pick is MechWarrior 2 for DOS or Windows.
This
I
is
think
your
it was both.
runner-up.
This is my runner-up. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, is it actually going to work? Oh, maybe not. There it
It
is.
better.
Uh-oh.
Well, Twitch broke, so I'm having a technical difficulty day.
Hey,
but at least for
Oh my
recording.
goodness.
Over here.
Yeah,
people.
I did notice it was acting weird. That's fine.
That's okay. MechWarrior 2 is my pick for my runner-up. I had a tough time deciding between the two, but when I think of MechWarrior 2, my first memories of this is playing at a friend's place. This is before I even had a computer. I had a PC. And I got a chance to play MechWarrior 2 at his place. I used to play BattleTech when I was a teenager. And for those who don't know, it's a tabletop game where you have your character sheets or your mech sheets, and you're moving around on this depending on how crazy you got terrain you can make yourself, or you can just draw it. And it's a tactical war game. I love the shit out of BattleTech, and MechWarrior is that in a video game form, to the point where you can actually just, if you want to, sit down and design your own mech and allocate the armor points. Put the weapons in the right spots. You want flamethrowers on your hands.
Heat sinks, everything. Jump jets.
Yeah. In fact, that was the first thing I did when I spun up MechWarrior 2 yesterday just to see if the game still lived up to my nostalgia glasses. And the first thing I do is I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm adding jump jets to my mech. So I take off the missile launchers and I throw in jump jets in the back. And you have to put them on the mech. So like you can design your mechs, and then when you go into first off, when you start the game, how immersive is it? You're in like this clan ready room. There's a terminal with all kinds of history about BattleTech and stuff, because the universe lore of BattleTech was always a freaking thing. Like it's up there with D&D and
there's what, like
Shadowrun.
40 books or something like that at this point, right?
Huge property in the 80s and the 90s for sure. Like I used to play the card game as well in high school. Like there's a lot of lore there. There's even a cartoon show that talks about it. But the whole idea of like, I still remember the name Jade Falcon, right? Smoke Jaguar, like Ghost Bear. I remember a lot of the names of the clans from my time in high school playing the damn tabletop game and the cartoons and stuff. So going back and playing this game was a nostalgia trip last night. But it's funny. It was definitely a game of its time, because when I first thing I do is I boot it up, and there's no controller support, right? Like you're playing on a keyboard, not even a mouse. You can use a mouse, but you're meant to use the keyboard. So I have my fingers on the SAD W keys, right? And I'm pushing the buttons. I hit S. Well, there's no movement on WSAD in this game. S is your shutdown button. It shuts down your fucking mech. So I'm like, why is it saying shutting down?
There? Why would you shut down your mech? That's what I want.
Because overheating.
Well, that's the thing. Yes, and that's the fun thing in this game was you're basically in a was it a 30 foot tall walking tank basically. Yeah. And you have a number of weapons, from lasers and missiles to flamethrowers to rockets, all kinds of crazy shit. And
machine guns.
You can just alpha strike and fire them all at once. I was just smacking that space bar repeatedly, shooting my load. It was great. It's like Pornhub. But you do that and you build up your heat meter, and then if you overheat, you shut down. And you get the voice too. It says overheating, shutting down. And you're like, no, right? If there's enemies still alive, you're completely defenseless, and you can see the mechs circling you, shooting your ass. And hopefully you get activated again. You can spin back up. But it's fucking a wild time. Like this game came out 95, right? 1995. Yeah. It's a sequel to the game from 89. So it's been years since the first game. And I looked up the first game, and that was an old ass game. But MechWarrior 2 is a peak DOS game for 3D graphics, right? Like, is it as pretty as games today? Obviously not. But
but first time, I mean, we got a lot of like flight simulator games. We had like TIE Fighter and stuff like that. I think not in 95, but around this time where they all had the polygonal look. But they look fucking great. Like they look really great. I remember trying to play this and I couldn't. Just like you, I was pressing like W, or I was trying to use my controller, and it's an engine. Like you have to
Yeah.
start the engine
Yeah,
to
you're
start
in a
moving,
tank.
and it's
You're in a
like,
tank.
what
Yeah,
in the
literally.
hell? Like I was so confused by all this that I didn't play
Yeah.
much of it when I was younger. I was completely lost as to what was going on.
I adore the fact that, like, as you said, the immersion, like one of the things I adore is, you're walking on legs, right? And so you get this motion in your cockpit of like faster, slower, because like it is taking steps, right? And
Yeah.
so like and just the like head shake of like the cockpit. And yeah, I
Like
love this game. This game
when you
was
hit
so
the
fucking
jump
good.
jets and you fly up in the air and you feel the weight of it as you're coming down. If you don't
Uh-huh.
slow your descent, you
Uh-huh.
slam into the ground and it bobs. Like
Yeah.
it feels like you're in a walking tank. And
Yeah.
there's other games that are mech combat, like Armored Core is a great one, but that's always faster paced and didn't feel anything like MechWarrior. MechWarrior felt like you were literally in a futuristic walking
tank.
tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really great. Yeah, MechWarrior 2 is
No,
awesome. I really dig this one.
I bought a controller for this game. I bought a graphics card for this game. Like,
It's so fun.
Yeah.
this game was, I mean, this is one of the first of kind of that, like, I'm buying hardware to be a PC gamer, right?
I feel like
Yeah.
95 has that thing to it, because my pick when I talk about mine will be a very similar
Yeah.
kind of talk about when
Yeah.
I do my runner up. So 95 was the time to become really into PC gaming. And
Yeah.
I think that's when I fell into the PC gaming life, and then just rode that wave all the way, to now, and why I've always played on PCs. Controllers are just obviously easier to hook up. But I remember when I was younger, I'd get these games and I knew how to fire them up in DOS, but I had no idea how to put a fucking shortcut up on my goddamn Windows. So I'd always just go into DOS and just, launch, execute. And I'd play the games off of DOS. And all my friends were like, why don't you just put a shortcut up? And I was like, I don't know how to do that. This is way easier. They're like, you're fucking hacking the computer and you don't know how to put a goddamn shortcut on your Windows. Like, it makes me feel cooler when I type it in.
Yeah.
Hackers was in 1995, so there you go.
I'm hacking a TV network. I'm hacking a TV network. I figured out how to tip over an oil tanker from my computer.
There you go.
Yeah. I will say really quickly too that this game did get ported to the Saturn and the PlayStation. I heard the Saturn one is a little bit better, and it is MechWarrior, but they've definitely dumbed down the missions and the controls to fit the controller. Although when I looked at the screenshots of the controller configuration, it looked pretty confusing. So, but apparently they've slimmed down the missions. But I wanted to play the PC one like I did when I was a teenager, and I'm glad I went back to it. It was easier to get running than I thought it would be. DOSBox is fantastic. And it's all abandonware these days. You can play the quadrology for free if you could just go to archive.org. It's
Oh wow,
it's easy to pick up. And like
There,
I played
fifth one?
MechWarrior 3 and 4,
There is.
just did not hit the same as MechWarrior 2 for me. MechWarrior 2 is just that nostalgia button for me. It's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I never played 4, but I did play 3, and it never pulled me in as much as 2 did.
Yeah.
I remember
yeah.
I was working at Incredible Universe. I don't know if you all remember Incredible
I
Universe.
remember Incredible
I
Universe.
was working at Incredible Universe, and they had a room that had a chair with a subwoofer in the seat.
Yep.
And like speakers right behind your ears, and they had MechWarrior 2 set up. And so yeah, you got the rumble of like as you were walking.
I think that's where I got my game from, actually. God, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in an Incredible Universe.
Yeah.
They're gone now.
They're all
Well,
outta here.
I figured, but yeah, no, that does not look familiar to me at all.
And
All right.
Wild.
Yeah.
95, strong year, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
well, I was
PC
gonna
anyway.
say I've never actually played MechWarrior 2, and there's probably a reason for that, because I only ever played 2 MechWarrior games, MechWarrior and MechWarrior 3050, both on the SNES.
Yeah, they're a bit
And-
different.
I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure at least one of those had the shut down the mech button, and it pissed me off to no end that I'd be in the middle of combat, hit the wrong button, and then all of a sudden I'm just being pelted and can't do anything in response.
Just turn the car off. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
and
know
it
what,
has a
though?
startup, time,
It's
right?
tactical though, right? Because that was a build you could do. I used to do this in the tabletop, right? Where you could use all your weapons, you can blow that load, right? And then when you overheat purposely or you get close to it, and you hit the shutdown button, and then you cool off faster when you shut down. So like it was tactical when you use it. I like that it was a button. Shouldn't be easy to access. It shouldn't be a single freaking key. Like the auto explode and auto eject or combinations.
Let's be fair though. If you're in the cockpit of a mech that's potentially going to explode from overheating, it's probably a big fucking red button.
No, I feel in 95 still a key.
Still a key, yeah.
Yeah.
Still a key.
It has the little flip up, cover.
Got a rabbit's foot on it,
Yeah.
Jingles when you shake.
Two people have to do it simultaneously.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's not fuzzy dice in that mech cockpit, then what are we even doing? That should be a thing.
What's the point?
No, this is a great pick. I'm glad you
I might have to go back and check it out on the Saturn.
You'll have to let us know.
Yes.
It has textures.
Yeah.
The console versions have ground textures.
There's depth.
It's a little bit better looking.
Have you guys tried tunnels?
Yeah.
They removed content to put textures in. That was the trade-off.
Pretty much what it is.
We're gonna take 3 missions out, but it's gonna look fucking clean.
So much better. It's such a weird thing. I will say, when did Star Fox come out? Was that 96? When was 93, right? We did an episode on this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I believe it was 93.
But when I was playing
Don't hate us, Jeff.
When I was playing MechWarrior 2, it felt like Star Fox to me. And it was that flat shaded polygons. That's what it felt like to me, and it felt good.
Yeah.
30 frames too.
Yes, it was 93. Good call,
93.
guys.
Good job. Look at you.
All right.
Pulling that right out of the memory bank.
Sinistar.
Yeah.
You want to go next?
Absolutely. All right. My runner-up for 1995 is the second in a series. And it's a series that was rebooted, I don't know, 10 years ago, however long ago, but XCOM Terror from the Deep.
That's a
So,
sequel?
yeah, it is a sequel. The first one is UFO Enemy Unknown.
Well, then there's XCOM and there's actual XCOM 2.
Yeah, but those were basically the reboot. Those were years later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, XCOM basically, so it stands for Extraterrestrial Combat Unit. Basically, aliens land, start trying to take over the planet. You fight them off. That's UFO Enemy Unknown. Now, XCOM 2 or XCOM Terror from the Deep, basically an ancient race starts to wake up underneath the ocean, which was kind of woken up by the war from the previous one, and it's a little Cthulhu-esque almost.
This is more like very Abyss, where they wake up the aliens underneath and they're gonna kill everybody with giant waves.
Yeah. So basically, this is Chard's favorite genre. It's a tactics game.
As long as you could play as John Coffey, I'm in. Somebody better get that fucking reference. I swear to God.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I got my warhead. I got my nuclear warhead with me.
Here's
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. So basically, one of the things, so it plays like the original. In fact, if it was released today, this would have been DLC for number one. It really would have. But in 1995, this was, it wasn't the era of DLC. So this was released as a follow-up game.
There were expansion packs, though, right? Like MechWarrior had expansion
They did
packs.
have expansion packs.
Yeah, but at the same time, not a lot of games were doing that. So,
okay.
But basically, it has an aspect of I have to research things. I have to, hire my team. I have to research weaponry. I have to research, this, that, and the other. And then, these hotspots pop up around the world. You'll have a world map. You have to kind of watch for these hotspots. And then you have a choice. In fact, oftentimes multiple hotspots will pop up at the same time. and you have a choice. I'm going here, I'm going there, and we're probably going to lose the one I don't go to. And so it's kind of this tactical, like, at the end of the day, I won the battle, but I didn't win the war kind of thing, or
Right.
work the other direction. It is substantially more difficult than the first one. Although that actually might be a little bit of attributed to, in the first one, there was a bug. When you would select a new game, it would always set you to beginner's difficulty. Even if you'd selected a different difficulty, you would have to go back in and select your difficulty after selecting new game. And so a lot of people thought, hey, I'm doing the superhuman tier and it's super easy.
Super
right?
easy. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize
but
it had the world map. Like, so I haven't played this one. I played the modern versions, like remakes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they had the world map even back then. So it wasn't just a list
Yeah.
of missions back to back. There was actually like a map you had to plot where you're doing your missions. That's really
Right.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I was going to say it's Cthulhu like, oh, the soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. It sounds like a 60s sci-fi with theremin and the whole thing.
Nice.
It is absolutely epically good. And it holds up as far as a tactics game goes. And I kind of feel like the RNG might be more realistic than on the reboots, because there's that adage with the reboots of like a 98% chance to hit really means you got a 2% chance to hit. But
Right.
hey, if I have a 13% chance to hit, I'm always going to hit, right? The RNG it had XCOM RNG. This felt a little more fair. So, no, I love these games. I love these games in the 90s. We'll see if when we get to 94, whatever year UFO came out, I may pick that one too. We'll see.
We already
We
did
already
94.
did those years.
Yeah, you missed that one.
Well, then I missed it. Yeah. You know what? I probably saw it and I was like, I liked
Two better.
Terror
Yeah.
from the Deep better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's interesting.
Anyway.
Is it like permadeath on the characters? Like, do you get attached to
Yes.
your characters in your squad? Like, because that's the one of the
Interesting.
things I liked in the other game, where like I got attached to the characters when they died.
Yeah.
I almost felt like I had to save scum to get them back.
Yeah. There was either you take the aspect of like Darkest Dungeon where you're like, they're gonna die, I might as well get used to just letting them go,
Right.
or I'm gonna protect them at all costs, or I'm going to save scum, as you
I
said.
can't play these games. I can't do it. I can't. My
Yeah.
rage knows no bounds.
Yeah,
you played one
I
you
would-
don't like. Don't blame the whole genre. There's lots of great tactics games. It's crazy.
No, there's not.
By the way,
I had some fights where I got pretty pissed at Final Fantasy Tactics over that too, though. Like you'd have somebody go down and you're like, no, gotta save them. And
Just
you
a
just
trash-
miss it by like
trash.
3 squares.
It's okay. It's a trash game.
And that was that. Your dude's dead.
Yep.
Now he's
Yeah.
a crystal.
You know what else is dead? My fun. My joy in playing this goddamn game.
I do want to
Whatever.
point out that there's an aspect to at least the originals. I don't remember if you were able to do this so much in the remakes, but in the originals, there's a phrase among the players that play this called Rocket Recon, which basically is, instead of walking your dude and try to find where to go, you just shoot a rocket launcher.
That
Yeah, we're
works.
It does.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So especially there are some missions for those listening later and all the laughter. There was some oddity off screen. You'll have to watch the YouTube video.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was an arm and a soda can.
It's a Smirnoff Ice, but I didn't want it. It's okay. That's fine.
Hey, maybe I wanted it.
All right. Well, fine. Next time.
I'm sorry. It just totally caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
It
was looking
seemed
at
like a
something and
bit.
looked at what the fuck? Yeah, it did seem like a bit. Only the best for a video watchers.
No, anyway, getting back to it, there are some missions. There are like cruise ship missions on XCOM because it's all like most of it takes place on or under the water. and there are cruise ship missions that are very maze-like. And okay. Well, the arm produced something of value.
Please don't.
There's
choke
cruise
on your
ships in this
drink.
game, like
There are
alien
cruise
cruise
ships.
ships.
Yeah,
Okay.
you end up on
Okay.
and they're very maze-like. So
Is it Flossed in Paradise?
it is. Yeah. But no, Rocket Recon and just blowing up walls is worthwhile.
Yeah.
So and by the way, if you want to min-max this game, just don't worry about civilian deaths. It's fine.
Okay.
That's okay.
I can handle a few casualties.
That's
Not
right.
a big deal. It's
Yeah.
for the good of the cause, right?
It's war against aliens. It's expected. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But no, so that's my pick is XCOM Terror from the Deep.
It's a good pick.
Okay.
These are some games I always wanted to play, and I have like 7 of them on Steam, and I've never opened a single one because I
Yeah.
suck.
They're hard.
They're hard. They're hard for
I've
sure.
seen the
They
Like,
seem
remakes
cool as
played
hell.
and-
they are, but it is very much like when I don't know so much on Final Fantasy Tactics, but how did that work?
Like,
Okay, if
I
you're listening to
apparently
this
have-
episode later,
What the Jake has
What?
he's got Skywalker sound and magic in his fucking camera over there.
Look, I might have finished the thumbnail early, guys. So this is what happens when I have 30 minutes to myself. Anyway,
That's a thumbnail?
no, I
You
did the
handing
thumbnail
yourself
earlier.
a drink?
No,
hey, honestly, if you're listening to this episode, you need to come watch the YouTube.
this shit.
I might cut this out of the
Yeah.
audio. But anyway,
Oh, don't do that.
no,
Wow.
okay. All right, keep
Anyways.
going.
no.
Anyway, no, this very much is like be good at tactics. It is a tactics game.
Yeah, that is
It is a
definitely not my
tactical
calling
game.
in this world. Being good at tactic games, I've watched people play the remake, the remaster. I've seen the original, and what really gets my goat, and it's the RNG thing where it's like you have
Yeah.
97% chance to hit, and you're like on top of the dude, and you fucking miss the shot
I
with
do
a
hate that.
shotgun.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like,
you've been
what the
drinking-
fuck, dude?
You've been drinking Smirnoff Ice from your doppelganger.
Apparently, that's the problem. Yeah, my twin is giving me my alcoholic intake, and even at 97% chance to hit, there's still 3% chance you're gonna fuck it up. And sure
So-
shit, I do.
I give you that's the one thing I didn't like about there's other games that are like that, and that part I don't like. I really do look for a tactics game where it takes into account distance, and like if you're point
Yeah.
blank, you're point blank.
Well,
Can you miss?
it-
Sure,
It's a
but
shot.
yeah,
It really,
You gotta
I mean, it's,
critically fail that roll. Like you have to roll a 1.
and that's the
And
thing is
you
it,
do
it
that, you
does.
shoot yourself in the face. Like
Yeah.
there has to be someone gets hit. Either you shoot yourself because you're too stupid to fire, or you hit the target. Like
You
that's
drop
one
the
way
gun
or
on
the
its
other.
butt.
You're not just gonna be like, yeah, you're not gonna be like, oh fucking bird, bam. You know, you're gonna shoot the guy in front. That can't stand the RNG in that game.
No,
That's dumb.
honestly, I mean, I absolutely agree with you, but it does actually take into account distance.
Right.
It's just the problem is that a 97% chance sometimes feels very not 97%.
Yeah, like way
Right.
off.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. XCOM.
Yeah.
Good
So
pick.
XCOM,
Alrighty.
Yep.
Terror
pick.
from the Deep.
Yeah.
Please go listen to the soundtrack. I mean,
And
I'm not
And
kidding.
apparently, like that's $1.24 on Steam right now because it's on sale for the weekend.
It's no
I
brainer.
didn't even know it was on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's on sale usually $5.99, but on sale for the low price of $1.99.
Yep. Yep.
Jesus.
I mean, we're talking
Alrighty.
1995. If you
Right,
pay
yeah,
more than
yeah, yeah.
$5
Yeah.
for a 95
You're
game.
getting gypped out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Anyway.
Alrighty. Chard, what is your first pick?
I don't have a twin showing up to give me any of my drinks. I had to bring all my waters with me, so you guys aren't going to see any
I don't know what you're talking about. I saw nothing.
Skywalker sound and magic going on over here. But my game was also a PC game. This game, there's a whole story that goes along with this game, and I want to say it was in Wow, where the hell was it, Sinistar? You were talking about universe?
Cthulhu.
No, where you worked, dork.
Incredible
Oh,
Universe.
Thank you.
Incredible
It was an
Universe.
Incredible Universe.
Okay.
I want to say it was an Incredible Universe because I don't think we had um the other super electronic store that all of them are starting to go out of
Fries?
business. Fries, yes, we didn't have Fries yet. So I still think it was an Incredible Universe that I went and picked this game up. And then it eventually turned into a Fries later on.
Mm,
But I went to I went to the store to get my birthday present. My parents were taking me to go buy me my birthday present, and my options were a Sega 32X and a game with that, or I could find something else that I was interested in. Now, I was a big 32 I was a big Sega kid, so Jake knows that. I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna get the improved 32X," which thank God I didn't,
Yeah.
because we all did an episode on that, figured out what that was all about. But I had seen this game that was being played on a computer, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna check this thing out. It looks like Doom." So I went over, I started messing with it, and I went, "Whoa, this game, there's pitch, there's acting, there's all kinds of shit. This thing's in 360. This is insane." And then there's a go button, and you're flying through tunnels, which we all know Sinistar loves, through mines and tunnels and fighting fucking robots. And I was playing it on this Sidewinder joystick. I was like, this is cool as shit, dude. This game's really neat.
yeah.
What is this? Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Descent for the PC. Came out in 1995. It was just part of the first person shooter craze that was going on during that time. You know, Doom set the stage,
Yep.
Wolfenstein, Doom, and all those games set the stage. So everybody was doing these other things, and they created a full 360-degree 3D experience where you are like a hired mercenary fighting robots in the mining facility all over the solar system from a alien virus that is taking over all of these robots. And you're flying around and just shooting shit and picking up new guns and picking up concussion missiles and homing missiles, mines and bombs and all kinds of crap. This game was high impact, scared the shit out of me because it wasn't like Doom, where everything was 2D but 3D looking, and then you turn and everything looked the same. You actually could see the back of stuff. Like you
Yeah.
could sneak up behind the robots and shoot them from behind, or you could
The sprites weren't one-sided.
the sprites
Right.
actually had depth and dimension,
Yeah.
and you could run from things and you chase them and they chase you down, and the soundtrack was super creepy. This game was really a lot of fun. And so instead of buying my 32X, I went home with Descent and a Sidewinder controller. And just like everybody with Mech Warrior 2, or yeah, Mech Warrior 2 in the first one that we did, this was my Mech Warrior 2. This was my game that I bought new peripherals and new stuff to actually physically play this game. And
Right.
it was so much fun to play this thing on my joystick, and doing the aft and the pull up, you're good, it's too fast, you're going too fast, you gotta slow down. And you're like sliding around the corners and stuff. This game is just way too cool. And then a year later, they came out with a second one, so they just kept it going. And this game actually ended when you beat this game. It led you into the
Yeah.
next one. It was a direct sequel lead in. So
Okay.
when you were done, you were like, "There's more. I want to know what else happens." So this game had me on the edge of my seat for a long time. There's actually 3 descents that they did
Yep.
for this one, but I absolutely cherish Descent 1 and Descent 2 both fairly equally, because they were basically the same thing, just with more stuff. Um, but I love you got your little life ship with the shields around you in the middle. You got all your weapons and the boosts and the
Yep.
afts and all kinds of stuff. This game is really, really cool. Really love this game.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I will say that even with the Sidewinder controller and all that, it had a little bit of a learning curve. Like learning,
Oh, absolutely.
like, okay, I can rotate this way,
Yeah.
this way, this way. I
Yep.
can yaw. I
Yep.
can, I mean, yeah,
It was crazy because actually a lot of people complained about this game. It was really easy to get disoriented in this game and get turned
yeah,
around, because you're like, and things would hide in your blind spot all the
yeah,
time.
Right.
So you'd be trying to chase something to shoot it, and it would fly around and get in your blind spot and shoot you. And like, where is this thing? It's shooting me. I can't find it. With Doom, you just turn around and there it is. this thing would actively try to get into your blind spot.
Yeah.
Say the AI was amazing or anything, but it certainly posed a whole different challenge than what you were used to in your standard first-person shooter that you were getting in those years. This game just took the whole 3D environment and the whole 360-degree movement to a whole new level, and I
It's
Yep.
absolutely
very fluid. When I'm watching the video right now, I only played a little bit of this game when I was younger, but the fluid of the ship flying, like it's when you turn it banks, right? Like it's
Yeah.
very
Yes.
floaty.
Yep.
When you compare
Yes.
this to like Doom or Quake or something where it's very static, you don't really move as much. This you feel like you're flying. It's really rad
Oh, yeah.
looking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it feels great, and it's you can get this on Descent. I mean, you could get this on Steam as well. Um, the original version, it's not a remaster or reboot, as far as I know. It's pretty much the same thing as it was in '95, and it plays great. It's super fun. Both 1 and 2 still play really, really, excuse me, really, really well.
Does the Sidewinder
Yep.
have 2 joysticks or is it just one? Or not
It
even a
has
stick,
the
it's a
one,
pad, right?
but you can, and this is for our visual viewers, you could turn the stick. So like not only could you, bank
Okay.
What
into
I
this,
was
but you can turn it and it will turn your ship in like
Okay.
Yeah.
like a standstill spot.
Yeah. Because like this is a
And then
game
it
where if it was
had
released today, it would be a twin stick shooter, right? Like it would be
Yeah.
a modern
yes,
controller.
very much. So this
Yeah.
is definitely
Okay.
like, yeah, this would probably translate really well on an Xbox or a PlayStation controller with the twin sticks.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah. Funny.
it was weird because I thought, playing the original Dooms and stuff, when you push forward on the stick, you were gonna go forward.
Yeah.
And no, no, you just dip down.
Yeah.
You just spin in circles, trying
Yeah.
to figure out how to start this thing up. And I think that was my biggest headache was like, how do I drive this thing? And then,
Yeah. You have a
you get the
throttle. You
QWERTYs.
have a
Yeah.
throttle.
Yep.
No, I was actually I think I mentioned this off the episode, but I bought the Sidewinder with the twisting, joystick for Mech Warrior 2
Right.
and then
Yeah.
used it for Descent.
Yep. And I bought mine specifically to play Descent on because I was like,
Yeah.
I can't play this with a keyboard and mouse. You got to play this with the joystick. That adds
Yeah.
a whole nother level to it because you got you got the trigger, then you got the rocket launcher button, and you just felt like you were actually piloting the ship.
Yeah.
It
And you
was
had the
so much
hat
fun.
too. The
Yeah.
hat would help you turn and stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was so much fun.
Yep.
Man, I am 0 for 3 on these picks. I haven't played any of them.
And what's funny is he's going to say his runner up and he's going to be 0 for 4.
Yeah, never played this game, but it's my runner up for this year. Stranger things have happened.
No,
Yeah.
that looks really cool though. I don't know why I missed out on that one. I don't know.
Descent.
I felt like I got to try it once on PlayStation or something, but I don't remember it looking like that at all.
There was a game
was
called
released on
Forsaken,
PlayStation.
which was a clone of Descent, but
Okay. Well,
Forsaken didn't look.
There
look
was a
as rad.
PlayStation release, but it
Oh, was
looks
there?
like I don't
Okay.
think. Oh yeah, North America, March 12th in 1996. So it came out a year later. But I mean, obviously, early March and for MS DOS, and then later in Macintosh, and then it came out the following year for PlayStation. So you probably did play the PlayStation version of this game. This game's cover. This is very much one of those never judge a book by its cover kind
Yeah.
of games because it's a basic black and brown with a little blue orb in the middle of it, says Descent, and inside it was like glossy, right? Like the cover was glossy, and there's a robot like flying at you, but you don't know what the hell this game is. You have no fucking idea what this game is. I wouldn't have seen this if I hadn't played it on a display at Incredible Universe. I would have never touched this game. Probably I'd be sitting here doing this episode with you guys, and Sinistar would be like, Descent is my runner up. And I'd be like, fuck, why didn't I ever play this game? This looks like something I would have totally enjoyed it back in 1995.
Right.
But this wasn't a hidden gem. This thing sold over 1.1 billion units.
Yeah, it's popular.
98. I mean, it sold. This is not a quiet game.
And what was amazing?
Yeah, I mean,
to
it's
me
still
as
going
well,
for $20 brand new on Steam.
Right. And it's worth it. Yes.
Yeah, that seems high. Like, what are you doing, Descent?
Selling it for $20 and getting away with it.
They're fun in
No,
Descent
I was
4.
gonna-
It's got.
I was
takes
gonna
money.
say the other thing that like Brother of Sin and I used to do is this was one of the first games that had like modem play. You could connect 2 modems
Yep.
together or serial port connection
Yep.
or whatever, and you could play 2-player Descent,
Mhm.
either co-op or against each other. It was
Yep.
it was awesome.
Yep. That was a lot of fun. I used to play when we've won when we were playing this with my buddy. Yep. Hell.
All right.
You're in the wrong spot the entire episode, Chard. Sorry, I had to
I
fix it. I just realized the
guess.
names are
Didn't
wrong.
realize I was at a bad spot.
Look, it's
I
been a
feel
week.
so-
man. It's been a week.
I feel
Brady bunching around over here.
I just had an earthquake or something
Yeah,
here.
man. Why do I feel like I'm in Colorado all of a sudden?
Gosh, these are all games that I feel like I need to give a shot now. This
You should
and,
at least.
and
a
here
second.
I've played through this. I've played through mine like 5 times, 100%.
Nice. Nice.
So my pick, you guys, I feel like I'm so under delivering here. You guys are bringing like these technical marvels of games for their time, and I'm like, yeah, Mario's Picross for Game Boy.
It's a good game.
but it's Picross.
Look at those
Picross.
graphics.
Picross.
First Picross game. It sold like garbage in the West, but it was amazing in Japan. So we didn't get another
Picross.
one for like what, 3 generations or something.
Yeah.
Here
Picross
anyway. Yeah.
is a if
Yeah,
I argue Picross is a hidden fucking gem.
Oh.
Like
it's
I know a lot of people know of Picross, but I feel like a lot of people don't. And to their detriment.
the wild thing for me is so I didn't have a Game Boy at the time I got Picross. I had a Super Game Boy. And one of my friends at school lent me his copy and I was like super into it. And he was like, man, you want to buy it? I've been wanting to get rid of it anyway. So I bought it off him for like $25. And I have
Still more
I played
expensive than
through
Descent.
Yeah. I swear to God, I kid you not, I've played through it 100%. And then like 2 years later, I'll wipe the file and do it again. And, you know, I'll get super into it. And I'll do like the extra bonus puzzles that don't tell you what they are and they're hard as hell.
Yeah.
And then I'll fall off the game again. And a couple years later, wipe it and do it again. And I've done it
Nice.
so many times, it's ridiculous. The amount of gameplay value I've gotten out of Mario's Picross for the Game Boy is absurd.
Right.
And then like once I actually got a Game Boy Pocket, all bets were off, right? I was
Mhm.
going through it again and again. Game Boy Advance, now I can do, or like a Game Boy Advance SP, now I can play it lit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So,
got color.
I mean, I think the last time I 100%ed it was a good 4 or 5 years ago.
Do you even know what
you could-
Picross
and you
is?
could-
Like the idea of it? Like I know now, but like for people who don't know, like Picross is the game where you have a grid and you're hammering out based on the hints on the side, the margins of the numbers of spots that you have to hammer out to make pictures, right?
Yeah, there's a term
Yeah,
for
they're
it. and I can't
called
remember what it is.
nonograms or
Yeah,
pictograms.
I think that's what it is nonograms.
Nonograms, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
anything I
basically,
know about.
It's imagine Minecraft or not Minesweeper without
Right.
the blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the idea is to uncover a picture instead of just a random locations, right? It gives you, it doesn't give you coordinates per se, but it gives you it's a little bit like Sudoku where you're sort of given
Yeah.
instructions for the rows and then you have to decipher those instructions.
I love the way that it works out because like say you have a row of 5 across and there's like 3 that you have to unlock. If it says like 1 1 1, there's going to be a space between all of them so you know it's 1 an empty spot 1 an empty spot 1. But if it says like 1 2, then all of a sudden you have to figure out among the 4 that are remaining what are the, you know, yeah, it's this
Yeah, and
it's this
I mean,
very
it's
clever
definitely
hint system.
Yeah, and it's definitely like it has to be up your alley for you to enjoy it. Otherwise, you're probably just going to fall off of this like nobody's business. It's in the same way like Sudoku. Either you like that sort of game, or it just does not mesh with you whatsoever. And yeah, like I loved finding the picture, getting the clues, and just spending like I'm pretty sure some of those end game puzzles took me like 50 minutes to do sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And I mean, it was Game Boy. It's not like you could just save your progress and come back later. It's either you did it or you didn't.
Right.
Right.
It didn't save you mid puzzle. You either
Yeah.
beat the puzzle or you didn't beat the puzzle. And then it would save that.
Just like Sudoku, I love that you kind of compared it to Sudoku because just like Sudoku, you'll like you'll feel like you're stuck and you'll go back and you'll start looking at the hints again and you'll realize that, oh, I unlocked a block that made it so I now can see the next. And like you get this like endorphin release. It's like it's Power Wash Simulator in like
Yeah,
selecting
kind
out
of.
things,
I can get that.
yeah.
I can see that.
And
Yeah.
because you can actually, I mean, the gameplay that we're seeing here, this person is playing like a champ where they're just like, I know what the pieces are. I'm going to fill it up. They're not block because you can X out spaces that you know are empty so that you're like, okay, nothing goes there. That's an empty one. So you can mark them as either filled or empty or just leave it alone for now. And,
Yeah.
you know, when you'd like Sinistar was saying, when you go back to previous rows or columns and look at the clues again, sometimes you'll be like, oh, I didn't realize I have that information now. Click, click, click. And now all of a sudden you're on a roll again because you've got a whole bunch of new information. So,
And that
I mean,
endorphin release, you're just like, oh yeah.
And I mean, they still make these games. There were at least 5 or 6 of them on the Switch.
Like, but not Mario ones, but there's definitely Picross games. The
Yeah,
reason
there
I got into this
was-
franchise was the 3DS one. There's a 3D Picross on the 3DS.
I
with two
love
colors.
the 3D.
That was so
Picross
good.
games.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And I haven't seen one like that on the Switch, but I would be all over that.
You picked this for I think Wulff picked this for Hidden Gem, if I remember right, not too long
Wouldn't
ago.
surprise
think
me.
so.
Yeah, he's got it right there. Yeah. That's Picross 3 DS, yeah.
Picross
There was
DS.
also a Mario Picross for the Super Nintendo in Japan, and that got brought over on Nintendo Online, and I played the shit out of that on Nintendo Online on my Switch. And it's very much like this one. This game is a hidden gem for North Americaners, I think. Like it's a really great puzzle game, but it's not pretty when you first look at it, but it's much like a crossword, right? Like you have to sit down and learn the rules of it, and then it can really hook you. Like when you get hooked on Picross, you get really hooked. So
I'm not
it's definitely
smart
a good
enough
one.
for these games.
Oh man,
I'm not patient or smart enough to play these games. I'm just
we used to go camping in my in-laws motorhome before Sinstress and I had a motorhome. And I remember one camping trip where it was literally I was playing Picross DS and it would be like look up and it's like 5 hours later and everybody's outside doing stuff, right? Yeah.
This is not a game that is made for Chard monks. I can tell you that right now.
I think you don't give yourself enough credit. I think
No.
if you sat down and got into it.
I'd have to get into it. That's the problem, is getting me started. Because I'm sure everybody said the same thing about Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'd love to see that game be deleted from history. So
You just don't like good games. That's all there is to it. Tactics is
that's
great.
exactly what it is.
And Picross is great too. You should Picross is really a great game. Like this is a game I play on my Analog Pocket. It's great on the Switch. There's forget the Mario version. There's like Wulff said, a dozen other Picross games. They're called nanograms.
Yeah.
And there's one on Steam actually that has workshop support, so you can get community levels as well. Like this is a great style of puzzle game that does not get enough love for sure.
There's other series as well on Steam. Like there's one where it's kind of meshed with an RPG for its mechanics, which is kind of a trip.
Kind of like maybe Puzzle Quest or whatever.
Yeah, kind of. I don't remember what it's called. It's not Picross Quest, but it's something like that. I think it has Quest in the name, and it's just this mixed with RPG mechanics, and I don't know how that works. My brother played it; he loved it. So, and he liked Mario's Picross. He's also played through it once or twice. So,
gotcha. It was talked about for just a moment, but I absolutely adored the 3D Picross on the Nintendo 3DS, where you could spin it around and you had that third dimension, like, and you'd move in and like rows would disappear, so you could start working on the interior, and then I adored that one.
Not smart enough.
I feel like I had that one too. I'm surprised I didn't pull that off the shelf.
And I don't think the 3D Picross has gotten a sequel on the Switch. I don't think. there's definitely Picross type games on there, but I don't think that particular franchise got carried forward. And I wish it would, because I really did dig those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
if it got continued or not.
that's a
But
great
I
pick,
definitely
though.
played 3D. Anyway, all right. Jake, what game are you stealing from Chard?
I would never steal Chard's pick. Why would I ever torment this poor bastard? I would never do that. My pick is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, so relax.
Sam, I'm gonna blame the White Claws here in a minute. There ain't
It's
no
good enough
laws
ice,
when you're
but, you
drinking
know.
claws.
Gosh. No, so I've been playing this, the Mortal Kombat collection from Digital Eclipse came out the other week. I've been playing a ton of that. And it's got the whole behind the scenes documentary styles and everything, but it's also got the games, and it has the ones you want, including the original arcade games, MK1 through 3. And like, I liked MK1, fair enough, but MK2 I could not stand. But it was always
really?
MK3 that I loved playing arcades. I used to live next to a burger joint, and they always had 2 arcade machines. They had Killer Instinct, and they had Mortal Kombat 3, and eventually became Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 because there was an upgrade for it given to operators. Basically, when this game came to arcades as 3, super popular, and they ended up releasing home console ports. But when they're releasing the console ports to kind of pay back the arcade operators a bit, they released the ultimate upgrade to the arcade. So the arcades had something new and fresh. And the ultimate one I like the most because it's pretty much almost the entire cast of MK 1 and 2 in one game, plus a bunch of new ones, right? So look, I don't care if they're all, half of them are palette swapped characters. It's fine. I liked me some Sub-Zero, and Ultimate MK3 had classic Sub-Zero like I used to play as him in the original game. So I was a big fan of that.
Look, they may be palette swapped, but they have entirely different movesets.
Play. My buddy liked playing as Cyrax, and I like playing as Sector. The other one,
Sector.
They're fucking cool. I never or the robotic smoke. I thought that was pretty cool. I never had a beef with the palette swaps. I mean, for Christ's sake, you got Reptile, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Noob Sabat. They're all the same goddamn drawing. It's just a different hat. You know, it is what it is. And in subsequent versions, Smoke is also a ninja, not a robot. So
it's neat. So in Ultimate, there is Human Smoke. There's Iramac as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny with I can't remember if Ultimate or was the original MK3, in the attract mode, as a gag, they put Rain, the purple ninja.
Yes.
And he's playable in the home console versions, but he wasn't playable in arcades at all. He was just there as a joke character, because the thing with MK is, like, the creators of that franchise, the second game especially was just filled with rumors of secret characters, and there were secret characters in these games, right? Even the original had Reptile.
Tobias Boone was a troll. He was a troll experiment.
Well, it's the two folks, right? Yeah. Ed Boone
and
Tobias.
Noob Sabat is Tobias Boone.
Noob Saibot's named for him.
The two of them, together. Yeah. So these games are all about the secrets and stuff. So when they added the secret of, like, a fake character in the attract mode, it's just fucking brilliant. And like, I came to respect Street Fighter when I got older, and Street Fighter 2 is great and all that. But in terms of accessibility for, like, somebody who wants to go to an arcade and pump a few quarters into a game, Mortal Kombat was always easier for me to get into. And, like, the thing I struggled with fighting games the most was combos, right? I just didn't have the brain for it, right? It's like Chard with Tetris games. I couldn't do combos in fighting games. But with MK3, you had the dial-a combo, and it was so easy, right? Like, classic Sub-Zero. It's like high punch, hold down, low punch, high punch. And that was a 4-hit combo that would knock him in the air, and it did a lot of damage. And that's what gave the game so well, right?
I could do Cabal's combo like nothing else.
Cabal's dope. My biggest thing with these games was, you always wanted to know the special attacks. That was your edge, was whatever the special attacks with. And then they're starting throwing combos and stuff at you, and I'm like, but I know all the specials. I should be able to be fine with the special. You are not fine with the specials. You're getting your ass kicked with the specials. So it got too fast paced for me. But I love Mortal Kombat 3. I like 2 as well, because it did introduce the cyborgs, which are 2 of my favorite, and Cabal, which are 2 of my favorite characters, and or 3 of my favorite characters. But like you said, then 3 was like, we're just take everything and smash it all together, and you're gonna play as literally anybody you want to. You got Baraka, you got Katana and Jade, and all those people put together. And I really, 3 is really cool. And I love the introduction, because, I mean, like you said, the trolling introductions, you have the fatalities, right? Which had parents up in arms about Mortal Kombat 1. So what do they add? fucking friendships and like all kinds of
and
goofy
babalities.
yeah, like
Babalities.
Yeah.
all kinds of goofy shit that it's not just ripping people's heads off anymore. You're giving people stuffed animals. Like
Animalities.
yeah.
Or turning them into babies.
Yeah, I
You know?
mean, some of this stuff was just they took the NC-17 thing with the violence in
Yeah.
this game, and we're like, we're just gonna make it stupid from here on out, and
Yeah.
it's still amazing. Like
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, easily one of the best fighting games, still to this date.
Yep.
But this violence, though, like the thing with MK3 especially, but 1 and 2 as well, the violence was so cartoony. I could never take
Yeah.
the ideas of like, oh, this is ruining society
Yeah.
argument seriously. But like when
Right.
I go and when I try and play the more modern Mortal Kombats, like I love 9 and 10. They're great. But I struggle to play them because the X-ray bone breaking moves and the fatalities
Yeah,
are that much
brutal.
more realistic and gory, and it's a bit
Yeah.
much for me. I'm not a gore fan. But
Right.
MK3, when you do a fatality and it explodes into 5 rib cages for some reason,
yeah.
or you see,
There's
like-
a lot of arms in one.
yeah, a lot of arm
person.
bones. Yeah,
When they explode.
Yeah, it's like the Tarantino of video games, right?
Yeah.
They just go so over the top with
Yeah.
what's there.
It's
yeah.
good.
It's fine.
No,
Like,
you're
I don't
right.
mind the violence in this one at all. Like I could play this with my kids. I mean, I wouldn't suggest everybody do that, but I would be fine with this one. But later MKs are way too fucking violent.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
it's funny to say that because I mean they've got live action actors playing these guys, right? Like they're doing the
Yeah.
stop motion or whatever. And
But I mean, it still does not look realistic by any
but then you get
means.
now you're getting into the digital era of like high grade graphics and all this other shit, and it's more brutal now than it was when everybody was freaking out about the live action people playing this or acting
Yeah.
in these games, right? So Jake's right. Like this is very tongue in cheek. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of blood coming out of somebody in splatter patterns.
Yeah.
And then when someone explodes or you rip an arm off, there's like 4 legs that come with it. You're like, what the? Who is this guy who has 4 fucking legs flying out of his rib cage? Like,
And,
it's
like,
something.
Some of the fatalities, right? Like Smoke's fatality is famous. He literally drops 1,000 bombs and blows up the entire globe. Like it pans out
Yeah.
to the picture of the earth
Yeah.
and explodes.
Yeah.
Like it's
Right.
stupid shit. But like I love it,
Right.
right? And the
Right.
thing
Yeah.
with Mortal Kombat 2 is that as silly as it is, they have a lore with this world, and I'm all here for it, right? From the first game to the third game, the story, the background story of the tournament, as stupid as it is, I love it. I love it more than whatever Street Fighter 2 is calling a story. MK3 always had the story down pat. It's just good. Like I love the characters, I love the backgrounds. Even when the characters look the same, Jade looks the same as fucking Melina, but the backstories couldn't be more different,
But
right? Or
It never
you know,
bothered me. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. Maybe it's because we're retro people. We grew up with like palette swapping was the thing.
Yeah,
just a thing.
you'd
It's
see
not a
like
big
the
deal.
same character in a different spot, and it was just a different color. And so now,
Yeah,
oh yeah, it
but
makes
it-
sense that it's not the same guy.
Yeah, it's harder. The purple ones are harder. Like, it's just
Yeah,
it just comes with the territory. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's we're used to it by now at this point. That never bothered me. The palette swapping thing in Mortal Kombat never once I thought was a
No.
problem.
yeah,
No.
no, I didn't.
I mean, it's
And
not.
I actually
like-
thought it was weird when we got to Mortal Kombat 3 and Sub-Zero didn't look like Scorpion anymore.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
strange.
I
Well,
still don't like that.
and-
Yeah, why'd they
and
take
if
his
we-
I was
foot
like,
off?
what happened here? What?
What's going on?
if we want to compare it to something, how about Ken and Ryu
Oh, yeah,
and Sagat? Like, how
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
like we just compare those 3, right?
right. I
It's
mean,
a subtype of character in Street Fighter, the Shodu characters, right? Basically the Dragon Punch Fireball guys. There's a dozen of them in the franchise of Street Fighter, but they
Right.
look different, so
Yeah.
nobody complains about it, right? But they play very similarly. Yeah. The other thing I'll say about this is the difficulty in this game, for me, was always far easier than MK2. Maybe it was because I was tainted because the MK2 machine I played on was hard as fuck, but I got so tired of being sweep kicked multiple times in a
Yeah.
row by the AI in MK2.
Yep.
I just never could get into it. Whereas this game, at least, you learn a couple moves, you learn the combo. I feel like I got to the end no problem. I mean, Shao Kahn was still cheap as hell, but
Oh yeah.
I didn't have an issue
Yeah.
beating this one in arcades, whereas MK2, forget it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what
I hated this game.
Why?
I was awful at it. I hated it. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't mesh with the combo thing. I was like, I was like Chard. I know the special moves. I should be okay, but I was not
But
okay.
you were not okay.
It was
yeah.
super frustrating.
Street
So I
Fighter
just
kids,
walked away
man.
from this one.
You fucking
Yeah.
walk in with your Street Fighter mentality. You ain't gonna get away from that. And then Street
No.
Fighter's like,
No.
oh, we're gonna fucking do combos
And at
too. And
least-
you're like, you're ruining fighting games for me, man. I can do the dragon.
At least
punch.
Mortal
I should do
Kombat 1
anything.
and 2. I know 2 started to lead into the combos a little bit, but
yeah.
with this, the special moves still held their own. So you could probably keep up with the people who knew their combos if you do the special moves.
Right.
But in 3, I was just like, no, that I am outclassed by everybody now.
I'll fucking get over here all day long. Get over here. That's all I need. Fucking spear to the chest and a couple punches. I'm ready to rock. But no, I can't.
MK1, you just drop kicked the entire time, and that's how I beat that.
Or
game.
you do the Liu Kang fly across the street kick.
Yeah.
The flying kick. Wow! Wow!
Yeah.
It's great, and like we don't we probably won't do an episode on the MK collection digital clips, but folks should check that out if you have any nostalgia for that franchise. It's a great package. Like, I know people complaining about input delay and all that shit, but it's emulated games. Emulated games are gonna have input delay. Use a wired controller. I had no issue with it. I thought it was fantastic. But yeah, these games are great.
Does it have Does it have the Game Boy games?
Not all of them, but it has MK1 and 2 on Game Boy and Game Gear, and I think there's a couple ports it's missing, but it has a lot of the bad ones. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I remember trying one of them. I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 on Game Boy, and I was like, "This is rough."
Yeah,
but impressive for what I expected.
Yeah, 1's terrible, but 2 is actually pretty decent. But what they do with 2 buttons, when MK famously has like the 5-button layout, it's pretty impressive to see what they did with the controls. Yeah.
Nice. Well, good pick.
This is the one that you said there was not enough content and it was bloated. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
You had posted a complaint that somebody
reviewers.
said the reviewers were saying there's not enough content and that it's also bloated.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the Mortal Kombat collection.
Because it doesn't have the Sega CD version of Mortal Kombat 2 or something. It's like, motherfucker, they have the 32X version, they have the Genesis version, they have the Super Nintendo version. Like, would it be nice to have all of them? Yeah, but I mean, like the thing with Digital Eclipse's collections, like I was pissed off at
stopped being all that different.
Well, yeah, there's at a point, like, what is the difference? But like the Tetris collection was missing the 2 key games that were Tetris, right? The NES one, the Game Boy one.
Yeah.
But with the MK collection, that's not a problem. The heart of the collection is the arcade games 1, 2, and 3, and Ultimate, and they have it plus a whole bunch of more stuff. Like there's 4 in Mythologies, which is bad, and Special Forces, which is bad. But I like that the bad games are there with the good games, and it has 4 MK4, which is the first 3D fighting game.
It's a 3D one, yeah.
And that game is notoriously difficult to emulate on MAME, right? So this is the first time you have something playable of the arcade version. So it's an awesome package. It really is an awesome package. Well worth the money. So I like it.
All right.
Well,
we got flopped.
It's still supposed to be Sinistar's turn.
Yeah,
so now we're going out of order down there.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And
that's all right.
Sinistar, you tell us your other pick.
Okay. So my game of the year for 1995. I think a lot of people are going to at least give the nod. I don't know if they'll fully agree, but they'll give the nod. Warcraft 2, or as it's known, Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I'd be hard pressed to argue with that pick, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what do I say about it? It's an RTS. If you haven't played an RTS, go play an RTS. But this introduced a lot of the features that are commonplace now, like the selecting multiple units and hitting control and a number to tag them. That was introduced in this game. Right click commands to, like, hey, instead of having to go click an attack button and go attack and click a move button and move, I can simply right click somewhere and the units go. That was introduced. This introduced the ability to hit shift and select the same units of the same type. I mean, basically, kind of all the modern niceties that we got in RTSs came out of this game.
Is this the first air in Water Combat 2 or something?
It was, well, I know it was for Warcraft. It added naval and air units. I mean, I think Dune 2 probably had air units. I don't remember.
Oh,
I haven't played Dune 2 in a long time.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
But yeah, no, and then the other thing that this added, I mean, this added something that I quote almost weekly, and that is all the character quotes.
Job's done.
You know, Yeah.
Work.
Click on it.
Yeah.
Click on it. Click on it. Do what you want. You know,
Yeah.
what you want from me.
Yeah.
Or
Why do
and
you
then
keep touching me?
yeah, and that's the thing that I absolutely loved is this introduced if you kept clicking the same character, it'd be like, you know, what don't you have better things to do? Or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the
It
grunts
would
were
sass
always
you.
Yeah.
I love the grunts that were like, stop poking me,
Yeah.
you know.
The
So
peons, yeah.
yeah. I absolutely, yeah. And Loktar, Schwobu, Zug Zug. I mean, you know, the elves see the world, they said, you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
absolutely this game really brought RTSs to what they are today,
Yeah. This game
right?
brought it to
Mhm.
the forefront for
Yeah.
a lot of people.
This was my first RTS.
Mine too.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when we bought this, when I picked this game up, this game was the one thing that I can think about getting off of school and going home to frickin' play Warcraft 2 Tides of
Yeah.
Darkness.
Yeah.
I loved this game as a kid. I played the hell out of this game to the point to where my childhood friend and I growing up together, we would play this together and we got really good at him doing the offensive attacks and me doing the
Mhm.
defensive stuff for the base, and he and I would just crush people. We brought that into StarCraft and the other
Yeah.
RTSs that we subsequently played beyond this.
Yeah.
But this was my first RTS that I ever played, and I adored this game. Absolutely
Yeah.
loved this game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And of
somebody
course,
installed this in the computer lab at my high school freshman year, and so that's how I started playing it. I was like, "This is awesome!"
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
my friends, me, Geo, Patrick, like we'd be in there playing 3 to 5 player or 3 or 4 player games. I don't remember how many it would go up to. Was it 8? Maybe I don't recall, but
Mhm.
might
I
have just
don't
been
remember.
4.
Yeah, it might have
But
been
yeah, we'd
4.
play LAN games at school, like during lunch break and shit. And
Yeah.
that's how I fell in love with this game. So I had to get it for Saturn.
I
Yeah.
just think
Yeah.
the lore, this like the characters are charming, like the dialogue, it makes a really cool
Mhm.
world, and the places and the names and all that is one of the reasons why I liked World of Warcraft so much, is because it was
Uh-huh.
leveraging the lore from these games, and I played a lot
Yeah.
of Warcraft too.
Yeah.
It's really great.
You know,
Yeah.
a young Chard monk was once known as a Grom Hellscream. Just
Nice. Nice.
FYI.
There you go.
Nice. I was just thinking about the two-headed ogres,
Mhm.
where like you would upgrade them fully, and like the first one, they'd be really dumb. They'd be like, they'd burp, and the one would be like, "He did it," and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like.
yeah,
Yeah.
But then eventually, like when you fully upgraded them, they would burp, and then they would both say, "We did it."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
This is a
I
great
just,
game.
yeah,
I
I
love
love
this
this
game.
game.
This is a
Yep.
great game.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
Warcraft
that's a
2.
really good pick.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I saw this on 95 and I was like, I was gonna pick Chard's game.
I feel like I'm placeholdering my game because it is indeed a 95 game, but you guys had talked about it. We talked about it on
Yeah.
Discord and a bunch of stuff where it's like a lot of these 95 was a banger year for not just like this specific game that I will bring up
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
There's so much good stuff in it. You know, Sinistar is a mainly PC gamer, so he has a lot of foothold in the PC gaming world. And that's when I started my PC gaming time, was around 94, 95, and left because I only had the Sega Genesis. Beyond that, I went to PC after Sega Genesis. I had nothing else to go on until PlayStation way down the line. So, you know, you look through it all and you're like, of course, one of the greatest games of all time came out in 95, but it doesn't need to lord over, you know, Mech Warrior, Mortal Kombat, Descent, uh, what the one you just said, Warcraft.
XCOM, Warcraft, yeah.
I mean, Warcraft to me in that time frame was like all I could think about before I played the game that I'll talk about.
Yeah.
I loved Warcraft, and the same with Jake. Like when they announced, "Hey, we're going to turn your favorite RTS into a multi online game you could play with your friends," sign me up, dude. I was
Yeah.
there first and foremost, and then guilds ruined it for me because people are weird online. So, you know, I had to stop playing it. But I mean, the lore on it was spectacular. The
Oh,
Lich
yeah.
King, all of the stuff. the
Yeah.
DLC that subsequently came after. I mean, DLC or extra content or whatever you wanted to call. I loved Warcraft 2. And I
Yeah.
still to this day have, when I see the video of it playing it, that brings back very fond memories of me getting pissed off that my peon keeps appearing where I'm trying to put down my goddamn houses. And why can't I build there? Oh, because he finished and popped out on the wrong goddamn
Yeah.
side. Like
Yeah.
triggering some triggering
Yeah.
effects that I do not
Or you
remember.
Now
build
I
something
gotta
and he
go cut some trees out so that he
Yeah,
can get out of
son a
there.
bitch, get the fuck out of
Unless
the
he
way.
just accidentally popped out between some buildings.
Yeah,
Now
I
that's
was
just where
gonna
he
s-
lives.
yeah, I was gonna say he pops out like on a little outskirt of land where there's no path, and you're just like, I
Yeah.
have now one count against my maximum that's
Yeah.
just always gonna
You
be
live there now. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. At least in I don't remember if you could in this game, but at least in StarCraft, you could have one of your units go kill your SCV.
Yeah, that's true. You can in this one. You can kill your guys. I remember
Your
that.
peons.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. Anyway, I love this
As
game.
long as somebody can get to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Not destroying
Well,
your
this
buildings.
remember they introduced
But-
air units in this one.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
true.
This one still had naval combat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah,
Unlike a
Warcraft 2.
sequel that pissed me off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Good
I
call.
was not a fan of Warcraft 3.
Yeah,
I did not
same.
like
And
I
I
did
know,
not like
like,
the heroes. I did not like Anyway.
I never finished that one. I played Warcraft 2 to no end. And Warcraft 3, I got through most of the game and I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
The
Mini
cutscenes
hours.
were
I
good
liked
in that,
the story,
but, it's
but
just
the
cutscenes.
gameplay was
Yeah.
not doing it for me.
the zoom
Yeah.
in was too zoomed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, there we go.
Say Mega Man 7 to Warcraft with that one. All right. Well, Chard, do you want to go next or should I go next? Because I think yours is going to top anything I have to say.
I don't know if it would top. Yeah, you go and I'll finish it out because it's.
So-
I mean,
Plus, we can delay the gratification for the
Yeah.
the listeners.
Yeah. So my game of the year pick is Suikoden. And I know that didn't come to the West until 96, but it came out in 95.
Yeah.
And I know I've gushed about this game so much in the past. This really is one of the iconic RPGs
Yep.
of the PlayStation.
Yep.
Like if someone were to come up to me and ask what RPG should I play on PlayStation, Suikoden would be one of the 5 I'd give them.
Right.
Okay.
And like absolutely, this is just one of those. There's so many characters with so much personality. It's so well written. It doesn't neglect humor. Like it still ties in humor, even though the story is very gripping and dramatic and fucked up in a
Yeah.
lot of ways. But they don't shy away from making the jokes, right? And
Right.
Nice.
so it's fun and it's sad. It is a roller coaster of emotions and it's great.
Yeah. I feel like a
And-
lot of games like this and like Lunar were wrapped in that, very tragic base story, but we got to put some lightheartedness in there to kind
Yeah.
of raise your spirits because this stuff's pretty heavy what's going on in this game.
Mhm. And I feel like the second one didn't. I mean, it had those humorous moments. I mean, if you have Victor and Flick, they're just going to happen. But in this one, absolutely, like I cannot gush about this game enough and I cannot recommend it enough. Suikoden is worth your time.
Yep.
And if you ever played one of the later ones, like if you ever played Suikoden 3 and you just bounced off because you were like, oh, Suikoden's not for me. It was a very different type of game. Suikoden 1 does not play like Suikoden 3. So if you've ever played one of the later ones and thought, oh, not for me, play this one. It might be.
Yeah, they just
All
had a
right.
remaster of this too that they just released.
Right. just came
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's
This
on
is a
my
good one.
list.
I've watched more than I've played, but it's definitely on my list of I need to
Yeah.
get to this at some time. We have one of our mini viewers, Bridget, who comes and hangs out. This is one that she suggests all the time. She absolutely loves Suikoden. And I've never met anybody that has talked about Suikoden that has not said this game is freaking amazing and it should be played. And if you've never played it and you're into RPGs, go play it. And I'm like, I wish I had 80 hours to put into an RPG right now. Because I want to play it, and I know the story is fantastic. The characters are cool, and I like the option of having 800 different characters you can play with and use in your team, and I think that's kind of
Yeah.
neat. So,
And the heart-wrenching twists in this game, the characters who, you thought were against you, and then later you're like, oh, they were not against me. We didn't know we were on the same side. Or the characters you thought were, your rider dies throughout the whole game, later like, nope. And then
right.
when you find out why, it's just crushing, and it's still just like, why did you have to be like that? But I understand why you're like that.
That's cool.
It's not
Nice.
just the villain is the villain because they're the villain,
Right.
right? It doesn't play into those tropes. It actually makes a lot of these characters three-dimensional.
Mhm.
And the combat is almost always interesting. And then when you're too strong for things, you could just auto battle, and the battle takes like 12 seconds, and you've got your experience and your items, and you're on your way.
Okay.
I mean, it's no
I-
Earthbound, but
Yeah. I was gonna say the combat looks really cool.
Yeah.
It actually goes isometric and like almost 3D.
Yeah, the
three-dimensional.
camera sort of does cinematic moves in and out
Yeah,
for the
that's
different
really-
abilities. And
But-
I think some of your characters can do up to triple techs, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
you get characters, if you get the right group of characters, they bounce off each other really well and can just do a shitload of damage.
nice.
The reason this is on my list is like when I think of PlayStation 1 RPGs, everybody thinks of like Final Fantasy, of course, and also like Wild Arms a bit, and also like Chrono Cross. But it's a lot of 3D RPGs, and those don't hold up very well in 2025. But good pixel art is good pixel art even now, and Suikoden looks really freaking good right now. So
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
it's just I want to check it out.
Agreed.
in Wild Arms defense, half of it has aged really well.
Right, because the sprites are 2D still.
Yeah, it
With the
is.
backgrounds.
Yeah, the overworld and exploration and stuff is all 2D sprite work, and it zooms
Right.
in and out. It kind of mode sevens it a little bit, but it's done really well. And then the combat looks like absolute garbage.
Right,
And to
that's
be
what it
fair,
was.
it kind of looked like absolute garbage then. I don't
That's
know what
one
they
of
were
the
thinking.
that's the thing about Wild Arms that has definitely turned me away, is the look of the combat. I was always kind of like, eh.
Yeah, all the other games have aged so much better. Like all the other Wild Arms games have aged so much better than Wild Arms 1. There's a reason that one got a remake on the PS2.
Fair.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like I would say this, as like I said, if somebody asked me PlayStation games, RPGs you should play, it'd be this, Wild Arms, Grandia,
Okay, there's another one.
probably Final Fantasy VII. Even though I think it's overhyped, I still think it's
It's a
worth
say
good
nine.
game.
playing.
Just
you
say
know.
nine.
Good game.
Wait,
Say
wait,
Final
wait.
Fantasy IX.
It's a good game, and it's a good complete game for some reason.
When you first buy it, yeah. When you
You
first get
divide
it,
it
it's,
up,
it's
yeah.
great from start to finish. Actually finishes.
So yeah, it's Suikoden. All right, now to
Nice.
put my pick to shame, Chard.
No. Listen.
He talked about triple text. Let's go. Come on.
We gush about this game. We do episodes about it. Sinistar did it for his Sisyphean game, I think last year or the year before. This game is amazing, and it's Chrono Trigger. It's fucking Chrono Trigger. Everybody knows that Chrono Trigger came out in 95. There's nothing wrong with Chrono Trigger. There's nothing wrong with it. It is probably one of the best well-written RPGs of our fucking time. It is an RPG that respects your time. It's not, your hockey stick. You can get over your
No,
stupid Gollum
no,
twins.
No,
okay?
I was gonna say it has one failing, and that is the initial fare is boring as shit.
Oh, Jesus
It's
Christ.
fucking
Once you get
good.
past
Everybody likes the
that-
fair except you
Fine.
two. I don't
You-
get what your guys'
you
deal with the fair
too.
is.
No,
Don't you
okay,
lump me into that.
I
You
will say the
two.
first time I played it, it was fine. Subsequent playthroughs, it is a slog.
It's not that.
You
It's
steal
not
only
as
cat
bad as
food
going
and-
through the Mako reactor at the beginning of Final Fantasy VII a second time, but
Yeah,
it's
that's rough.
still a slog.
Yeah, you're fighting Gato. You get to listen to the
Yeah,
song.
it's great.
It's a
Yeah.
great song. That's fine.
Yeah, you
I
get to
don't.
do the race about 18 times. It's
You don't
fine.
have to. If you're
You don't
good at
have
it, you don't
to.
have to do it 18 times. You do it once if you're good at it.
You can
Jesus.
fight
If you're
Gato
good at
15
it.
times.
Yeah.
There's paths you can take.
Yes.
It's fine. Anyway,
Unless you're crazy like me and you want to get the badge for it, which I did. God, that was madness. No, Chrono Trigger, great sprite work. This is a game that if I ever heard they were going to make like a remaster or remake of it, I would cry because, and not in a good way. I don't want this game to be touched. I want this game to be left alone. There's literally nothing wrong with it. The music in this game is probably the greatest musical soundtrack ever created in an RPG. I think probably to this date. I have a hard time. I mean, obviously we got Clair Obscura, we got Final Fantasy
it's
VI,
up there.
but
Yeah.
I still fall back to this album. Even 2 days ago, I put this soundtrack on because it is just that freaking good. I love everything about this game. Most of us love everything about this game, except for the fair, of course, which seems to be a huge
Well,
divisive
wait,
thing.
wait. Somebody is not a fan of Robo.
Well, yeah,
Look-
he doesn't like the Rick Isley
Look,
song.
he's a trash junk heap of a character, but you don't need to use him. He's optional. Like, there's much better characters. There's
But
Magus,
he's-
there's Luca.
He
I love
proves
Robo.
in the game that he's never going to give you up or let you down.
Yeah.
Because he
Rip-
doesn't.
Yes, I
You're
know.
telling me that there is no emotional output from watching him get his ass royally beat by his
Oh.
supposed brothers and sisters?
Yeah,
Are you telling me that in 1995 you did not have, what age were you? Probably 13 or 14-year-old tears going, but he's
Look.
just trying to get by and they're friends and they're kicking the shit out of him. Why are they doing that?
And then you stream it on Twitch, and some guy uses your computer thrown in the trash
Yeah.
overlay when Robo gets beat up.
who is that?
That was classic.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
classic.
know.
That's
Some
classic.
some guy that his
Look.
name rhymes with Sick Jake.
Yeah. Look,
It rhymes.
Robo there's lots of emotional moments in that game. That's
Jake's
why I like the
sake.
game, right? There's a lot of great emotional moments. Robo's just sucks. Like his attacks
you
are
can hate
boring.
Robo.
He doesn't have fucking magic. He has shadow.
I think Isla
What's
is
the shadow?
trash, and that's
Rainbow
fine.
lasers. Oh boy, look at that.
No,
He
no,
spins
no.
around and shoots laser beams like he's a fucking disco ball. Like what the fuck do I care about a disco ball for a
purposely
character?
bitch Isla every single time I get her because she's
Isla's fucking amazing. Anyway,
No.
we had a whole
Anyway,
episode on
moving.
Chrono Trigger. I fucking
go
adore
watch
this
it.
game.
Okay, let's
And it's short.
let's bring this back.
Yeah, this
let's
game
just,
is
let's just
we-
go with Frog.
I don't-
Let's just go with
everybody
Frog.
loves Frog. Everybody
Frog's
loves
great.
Frog. He's got the best theme song. But the
Frog,
point
well,
is
Frog's
that
story.
Perhaps a
Frog's
door lurks
story-
nigh.
Frog's story is a goddamn tearjerker.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yes.
this is a game, the first
Well-
RPG that I remember where you lose the fucking main character and can either beat the game without him or maybe go find him. And this is another game that had side quests that you could choose not to do, but the game felt completely and woefully incomplete if you
Yeah.
didn't go and attempt to go and get all the stuff done. And it didn't change a whole lot. This was also the first game that I think had multiple endings throughout it. I think 13 of them, if I remember right. And
I
it
think
had New Game
12
Plus.
on the Super Nintendo.
Was it 12? And this was one of the first games, if not the first game, that introduced New Game Plus so that you could play it
Yeah,
again.
New Game Plus was huge in this.
This game, sometimes when you beat an RPG, you're like, okay, I feel good. This was one of the only RPGs I can recall going, I fire this fucking thing right back up. I want to
Yeah.
start from the beginning again. This game was so much fun. And again, this is my pick for 95. This isn't everybody's pick. I understand that. But there's nothing wrong with this game to me. There's no greater game than Chrono Trigger in 1995. Agree to
I'm-
disagree.
I put it at least up there with Warcraft,
Yeah.
Warcraft 2.
I mean, we've picked some real
Yeah.
fucking solid picks this year.
Yeah.
There's not a single game on here that, except for maybe, the tactical RPG, but that's my problem, right? That's not anybody else's. That's my problem. But everybody else's picks, Warcraft, Modern Warfare, Mech Warrior 2, Mortal Kombat
10 years
3,
early, that's okay.
all these
Picross,
games that we've
Picross, for
Picross,
sure.
all these fucking games you guys picked are all like, damn, these are all fucking great games. This is
Yeah.
such a good year. And there's more. Like, we only are allowed to pick two. And
Yeah.
I can't. And when I say, I felt like my game was a placeholder because we're all going to say, fuck, everybody was like, well, of course, Chrono Trigger is going to be on there somewhere.
Yeah, it
But
was the first
somebody
game.
has to sacrifice themselves to pick Chrono Trigger because there's other games that need to be mentioned within this topic. So
Yeah.
The year was like I'm gonna call this out just because like you mentioned sacrifice. I had to sacrifice Full Throttle for my 2 picks,
Yeah.
and Full Throttle is easily like my favorite LucasArts adventure game.
no, this is there were several people that wanted to pick Chrono Trigger for this, but then was brought up that there's just too many good games in here to just let this happen. And to be honest,
Yeah.
with you, I was not going to be in tonight's episode because work was kicking my ass, but I lucked out and got to be into it. So they were just going to be like, "Yeah, Chard picks these two." Here,
Yeah.
let's describe all these
Not
other games
discuss
that are
it. We wouldn't
amazing.
mention Chrono Trigger at all. We'll just say Chard's choice. Next.
Yeah,
It's Chrono
Chard
Trigger.
picks
Okay,
Chard picks
shocker.
Chrono Trigger.
Moving
Nothing
on.
to say.
Like, you know,
Like
So-
I did want to say that like for 1995, like I said at the top of the episode, for when I looked at the list on Moby Games of games that came out that year, not as many console games as I thought I would have expected to see, but a shit ton of PC and PC games for
ton.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I didn't have PC back in '95. I had a console, but the games I was playing on
Me
my
either.
console were like older ones, right, or different titles. But Chrono Trigger was definitely the standout for me. That's definitely the game I had. I fucking love Chrono Trigger. It would definitely be game of the year for me. But only one of us can pick this game, so the rest of us had to pick other stuff. But I'm satisfied with my picks. I love my picks too.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting year for games. A nice in between year, and I didn't
Yeah.
expect to find this much gold in an in between year between console generations.
I mean, you could definitely see like the rise of PC gaming coming out of 95 and 94. It just there was still such a strong hold on console games for 94 that it was hard to really pinpoint a bunch. But as we transition later on in the year, I guarantee 96 will probably have a lot more PC games in it too when we go through that list and we decide to do that episode. So
Probably. Yeah.
you would think. I mean, that's when my PC gaming started really heading in that direction. So I'm kind of excited to see
Yeah.
what the later 90s show for us. And these are fun because it's like Descent. I played Descent all the fucking time. I love Descent. That game was so much fun. And I haven't played it in years. And when when you guys mention what year are we going to do, then I get to start looking through Moby games. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, that came out then. Oh, I love
Yeah.
this game. Like I've completely forgot about it. It's really fun to head down nostalgia's path.
Well, we're not far off from like Diablo, which was another game that turned a genre on its head,
Absolutely.
right?
That was
Warcraft 2
98?
turned it. Yeah, probably. But Warcraft 2 turned a genre on its head, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yep.
we're also not far off from Fallout and
Yeah.
Fallout 2, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
the
Or-
PC isometric RPGs was an era, right?
Yeah.
Or we can go back to
Mhm.
the 80s. There's some
No,
great
we
banger
don't need to
games in 86 and 85. I
I
don't
think
know, maybe you guys have heard of some of them.
We've tackled
you
a good
know.
chunk of the 80s. I don't think there's much left to do.
Yeah,
We
there's
talked
nothing-
about
lots there.
there's
we talked
nothing
about
good.
ET on
Yeah.
Atari.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
There's
leave
nothing
that-
good. There's nothing good to talk about.
Let's
in
let
the
that
years
sleeping
coming.
dog lie. Let's just
I
keep
love
going.
I
forward.
love me some Atari games. You guys are fucking nuts. Great stuff there. Who doesn't love Oink? It's a classic.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Well, I
I'm,
was
go ahead.
actually torn. Oh, and he's done. He's out. You pissed him off.
What'd you
I'm
do?
right here. I didn't go anywhere. I just sat back.
You must have pushed a button.
I didn't push shit.
Jesus. Because we don't agree with
Man.
your choice of game of the year, Chard. Chrono Trigger
Man,
sucks. You
man,
fucking
I
piece
You
of.
all were gonna take it from me.
I just had
Yeah.
I just had another fucking earthquake here.
Yeah. Well,
Hold
I'm
on,
back in
hold on.
Washington.
Well,
Oh, now I'm
I was
in Colorado again. God damn, blow his
We
hair
gotta
back
wrap
if
it
he
up.
had any.
I was a little torn on my runner-up pick for this year. I was like, Secret of Evermore or Mario's Picross, and then I was like, well, I've played Mario's Picross half a dozen times,
Yeah.
so that was the
Evermore is
one to
solid.
go with. But Secret of Evermore was also really good and kind of impressive. Given, I mean, I know you look back on it and you're like, this is just like Secret of Mana. Why? And there's a second character. Why is it not 2-player? That was frustrating.
Right.
But
Mm,
I mean,
But he
they
was a
made the
dog.
game in what, 6 months?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. And once I found that out, I was like, okay, this is actually kind of a masterpiece for the amount of time they had for it.
Evermore's
And it was really good. It was very much that schlocky B science fiction movie.
yeah.
feeling to it, right? And that was
Yeah.
very much on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was
love-
just so much fun to explore this world that, it seems familiar, but not. And then as you find out why, it was just so cool.
Yeah.
Evermore's a great game.
Well, real quick, I wanted to, if you're okay, Wulff, I wanted to shout out our Patreon. We have a Patreon. We have a number of tiers. It's totally optional, of course. Of course, it's optional. If you have the means, we appreciate it. If you don't have the means, whatever, listen to us. We just want you here hanging out with us. But we have started adding some content. We have little conversations as much as we can at the beginning of these episodes that we do throw on to our behind the scenes that you can get access to through the Patreon. And I want to call out our Presbyterian tier member,
Nope.
Von Beardley.
Oh, right. But if you pay for the
Yes.
Circus Charles tier and above, you get the shout out. Yes.
Yeah. So,
God damn
yeah,
it.
patreon.com/pressb to cancel.
I was absent on the day we were picking tier names, apparently.
Yeah,
thank you.
I just did that. I was like, that'll be funny.
Yeah.
That was my doing.
Yeah.
I'll take the
Yeah,
blame
so-
for that entirely.
So you too can be Circus Charlie.
Yes. Circus
And
Charles.
also vouch for the 1986 episode of our Game of the Year because we know we all want it so badly.
Sideshow Charles.
Yeah. Anyway, we appreciate all of our Patreons,
Absolutely.
but we also appreciate every listener and viewer.
For sure. Faux show.
Yeah, absolutely. You can also find us on superpodnetwork.com as part of the Superpod Network. There are lots of other podcasts on there. So if you go to their website and check them out, you will find us among many others, all worth a listen. And then anybody else have anything going on? Jake, Chard?
I'll shout out quickly. I've been playing
Sinistar?
through Dispatch, which is from a studio called Ad Hoc, which is made up of former Telltale Games folks. I know for me in the Telltale
play that.
games, I enjoyed a couple of those, but I bounced off most of them because I don't want to get invested in a game that I know is going to be multiple episodes over years or never,
Yeah.
depending on the history of that studio. But Dispatch is 8 episodes all in one game, and it finishes up next week. Episode 7 will
Okay.
come out next week. So it's an all-in-one story. What I played so far is fantastic. Even the gamey sections are fun. I kind of want to play just the game section on its own. But the story and animation is fantastic. It's like a less violent Invincible meets The Office thing. But the writing is funny. Like, this game is genuinely laugh out loud funny. And just don't watch it if you're into these kind of visual novel style games. But there's some gameplay there. It's totally worth picking up. It's great to support games like this. So Dispatch is fun. Is awesome. I'd love to do an episode on it down the road when you guys, if you guys play it.
Yeah, I'll probably be
Nice.
interested in that because I intend to play this with the wife not too long from now. I'm
Nice.
just kind of waiting for all the episodes to be out before I start it because
Yeah.
Got to binge watch.
if we decide to binge the crap out of it, I want to be able to.
Yeah, I finished 6 last night, and I was kind of upset. I want to finish 7 and 8, but I can't. I gotta wait a week. So
Gotta wait till
great.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Chard, you're playing through Silent Hill, if I'm not mistaken.
Silent Hill F. Yeah, correct. I am. I don't know how much I have left of it, but we're gonna chip through Silent Hill F this weekend, and then I think after we're done with that, we're heading over to Silent Hill 4: The Room, which I
Nice.
realize after playing Visage numerous times, and Sinistar has also brought it up more than once. There's actually a lot of callbacks in Visage and Silent Hill: The Room. There's actually the room from Silent Hill, The Room, in Visage as a hidden Easter egg that I found out the other day and was like, "Holy crap, that's
Nice.
crazy!"
That's cool.
So I'm excited to try that out. I know Silent Hill 4 has been touted as one of the hidden, I guess, the hidden gems of the series. A lot of people absolutely adore Silent Hill 4 out of the whole group, and I'm really excited to dive into that. So, and then I've got a slew of scary, spooky games that we'll be playing going into the new year next year. So, and some
Nice.
cool channel stuff that'll be coming out that November and I have been working on, as well as some cool advanced GG stuff that you guys will be hearing about here
Oh,
probably pretty soon. So good stuff.
Right on. All right, Sinistar, anything with you?
I just participated in a raid train that's going on right now. It's a fundraising raid train. It is Gothics Against Fascism. It's going on this weekend. It'll finish up on Sunday. You can look it up on Facebook. It has a Facebook page. If you feel like contributing and you're against fascism. And I will also be doing the DJ thing with Soul Archaic tomorrow on his channel. Tomorrow being Saturday, the 8th of November.
Yeah, it's probably important we put a
Alrighty.
date on this, huh?
Yeah.
In case somebody's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, and it's December 12th, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, go donate to the raid train that ended.
Does
You know, a
Solar
month
Cake
ago.
have a YouTube channel or just Twitch?
Not that I know of, just Twitch.
Okay. All right.
SOLARC IAC.
Yeah.
AIC. Soul
Okay.
Archaic. Yeah.
I have trouble spelling it when I raid you guys too, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
And then I have been playing After Image. That is a ridiculously... I know I mentioned it before, saying it was pretty. It's also ginormous.
Oh wow.
Like,
Okay.
Nice.
I am level 80, and I'm like 40 hours into this game.
Damn.
And it's got like almost a dozen endings. I found 4 of them. One is a
Jesus.
joke ending that's kind of the Matrix. But
Nice.
Is this a Metroidvania?
yes,
Of course it is.
it's absolutely
Yeah, right.
enormous. It's ridiculous how big it is.
40 hours is pretty meaty. That's
At
pretty
one
good.
point, I was like, this feels like I'm nearing the end. I wasn't even halfway through.
Jesus.
That was Chard with Kronos.
Yes. Kronos and Silent Hill F is also treating me that way too.
Yeah. Hey, I
Yeah.
must be near the end.
This should totally be
17
the end.
hours-
No, there is
17
still
hours later.
40 hours of story that I've missed.
Because it threw weird stuff at me. Like all of a sudden, I'm in a different time. Like, okay, it was a little weird because I hit a point in the game where I couldn't find anywhere to go. So it was like, all right, well, now you can go ride this giant fish. And I got on that giant fish, and all of a sudden, like it was a giant manta ray or something.
Yeah.
And
As you
now
do.
all of a sudden, I'm in an
Yeah.
overworld map like Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross,
Huh.
sailing around on this fish, going to different locations on this map, this lake.
Very Washingtonian.
And some
thing
of
to
them
do.
are not on the, like some of the locations you go to are not on the big map when you
Mm.
hit select and look at the
Mm.
map.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, I must be nearing the end. I'm seeing this is new, that's new, but no, not even close.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, but you have seen endings, you said.
That's pretty good.
Yes, I started
Yeah.
seeing endings about 3 hours before where I'm at now.
Okay.
And they were bad endings, but they were endings.
Right. I mean, it's over. It's not
Mm.
good, but it's
And-
over.
Some of the endings are a little meta, like you're in the middle of doing something that you shouldn't be doing, and then you have to like stop doing what you're doing. You can't just leave and go back where you came from. You actually have to exit to the main menu and reload the game
Huh.
Oh,
and go back to where you were, and then more story happens. It's
some
like,
Tunic
what
Water
just,
stuff.
how do people figure this out?
That sounds like the game's trolling you.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it trolls you further, like thinking somebody died, and then the credits roll, and then it's like, ha, I didn't actually die.
Got him. GG's.
So total troll game. Got it.
Yeah, and I guess that was a good ending.
But did you die ending?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I want to recommend a book series I've been listening to. I've been listening to this book series called First Contact by Peter Codron,
Mm.
and it's really cool because they're all just like an anthology series of books. They aren't connected to each other, other than the fact that they share a theme: first contact with alien life.
Nice.
And
Interesting.
the first one I listened to is what pulled me in because it was just absolute hilarity. It was called Alien Space Tentacle Porn.
Okay.
Is
And the whole thing was just
family-friendly
an
novel?
absolute. The name it does not accurately represent the book. The name is pulled from a throwaway line in like the first or second chapter.
Okay.
This sounds like a book I would be
Wow.
on, like Barnes and Noble. Like, I don't feel comfortable ordering
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, but it was absolutely hilarious, and that's what pulled me into the whole series. And the rest of the series has just been different explorations of first contact, be it on
Nice.
Earth or be it on another planet, in another solar system, whatever have you. Circumstances are always different. Sometimes it's super heavy, sometimes it's fun. Like, I like how
Nice.
he does this, and he's got
Nice.
over a dozen of these books. So definitely, the only one that I didn't stay listening to was one that was just short stories, because I was
Okay.
not expecting it to be a book of short stories. And so I'll come back to that when I'm ready for that. But
Nice.
the other ones have all been great.
Nice.
Right.
That sounds fun.
And yeah, they are. I definitely recommend if you're looking for something that tends to lean into hard science fiction, alien interactions, but not always hard science fiction.
Sometimes tentacle porn.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes just goofiness.
Spaceport. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Press B to Cancel. I've been your host, Werewolf. I realized I didn't point that out at the beginning of the episode.
I think we figured it out.
And yeah, probably. I would hope.
At least half the name tags are correct.
And
So we're
we'll
good. Don't worry.
It's all right.
Yeah, there's some earthquakes happening down there.
Just say I
Yes.
looked a little handsomer earlier today, but that's fine. Then I went back to normal. There we go.
There it is.
I feel beautiful.
Okay. Awesome.
And we will see you next week. Have a good one, folks.